You're training hard, you're dieting hard, but it's taken away from your career. And I was the exact same. I was putting so much effort into training. I was training like 5-6 times a week. And I was eating a lot of food to try and fuel those workouts, to also pack on mass. But the issue was, I was showing up to work all the time and I was fucking zapped. After my workouts, I was zapped. I was fatigued. It would come to 12 in the afternoon, 1 in the afternoon, and I would get a massive dip. And I just didn't understand why it was happening. I was thinking, you know, I'm eating all of this food and I'm training hard. Everyone's saying that training makes you more energetic and it raises your testosterone. But it's not the case for me. Why is this happening? And I'm going to tell you exactly why it is happening, because I was in the exact same position as you. I've experienced both sides of the coin, and I'm going to bust a few myths here. So, first of all, the bodybuilders, right? Let's discuss this very quickly and briefly. They're going to tell you to eat the Cocoa Pops and protein powder, have the massive meals, and they're also going to tell you to be in the gym for an hour and a half, train 5-6 days a week. Now, if you are natural, and if you're career focused, and you want to build muscle, you want to build a physical presence, you want to be attractive, you want to be more confident, but it's taken away from your fucking career, then you need to make a few shifts and pivots. I'll get straight into it. First of all, your sleep has to be nailed, right? I'll bust the myths in a moment, but first of all, your sleep has to be nailed. 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I know that sometimes you're thinking about work, you're coming in from work, and you find it hard to switch off, but you need to try to your absolute best ability. Now, the way to do that without feeling unproductive is, if you're going to bed at 10 p.m, well, always wake up at the same time every single morning, but if you're going to bed at 10 p.m, wake up at 5:30 a.m, right? Now at 9 p.m, get as much tasks as you can possibly do before 9 p.m, and as soon as it's 9 p.m, anything that you can do, which doesn't include your phone, doesn't include the TV, doesn't include any blue light from devices, do that instead. Put the devices away, right? A few things that you can do that I personally do. Notepad and pen, reflection. Write down the main takeaways of that day, the main places where you went wrong, and what you're going to do tomorrow to change that and to implement those daily lessons into the next day. Okay? Then, a book which is relevant to what you're trying to learn. Read that for half an hour, do some visualization, do some meditation. Then, the most important part, magnesium glycinate, ashwagandha, hop in the warm shower, wash yourself, put it on cold at the end to lower your body temperature. Make sure your windows are open in your bedroom. That way your body temperature can drop so you can get good sleep, because it's about good quality sleep. Make sure you don't have blue light in your eyes. Get some blue light glasses, wear those 60 minutes before bed when you're doing your stuff, but at least half an hour before bed, come off of your fucking phone, because this massively affects your sleep, because it stops your body from producing melatonin, which is essential for sleep. Now, one thing that I'm going to say, I'm going to bust this myth here. You do not need to be in the gym 5-6 times a week. It is too much. All you need is 4 times a week, and you don't need an hour and a half. All you need is 45 to 50 minutes. Now, it's contradictory to what the bodybuilder in Dubai that looks successful is telling you, but the thing that you do not understand is he doesn't understand you. I work in sales. I run a fitness coaching business, and I also allocate all of my time to personal growth. Now, I understand your position, being busy. These guys, their lives are literally just training. That is their life. So they can do that. Second of all, these guys are on steroids, which makes them recover quickly. You're not on steroids. You're not going to recover as quickly as them, as efficiently as them. It's just the way that it is. Unless you want to start jagging gear, do not do that, okay? Another thing is as well, you do not see what their day in the life is like. Yes, they might post a little day in the life video of the best parts, but they don't show you the energy crash that they're experiencing at 1 p.m. during the day. And the thing is, guys, I was the guy that made the fitness content telling you to do push-pull legs, rotated twice a week, 6 days in the gym. But I wasn't showing you guys the brain fog that I was experiencing. I wasn't showing you guys the fact that I wasn't fully recovered. Recovery is so massive. You need your 3 days recovery. You do. at least 2 days recovery, and sleep ties into that, okay? Now, being in the gym for 45 to 50 minutes is also what you need for more recovery. Not 90 minutes in the gym, because it's going to hinder your recovery once again. And what that does is over the period of a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, your central nervous system starts to accumulate more fatigue. And then you're just like, whoa, what the fuck, I'm so tired. And then you need to take a week off the gym. So instead, 4 weight training sessions a week. Sleep recovery must be prioritized. 45 to 50 minutes in the gym, no more than 50 minutes. Cocoa Pops and protein powder, it's gonna give you brain fog, right? Having too many carbohydrates in one meal is gonna fucking spike your glucose, right? Your blood sugar. And what goes up has to come the fuck back down, so you need to be having stable glucose during the day. And then, if you are in the gaining phase, place all of your carbs 90 minutes before your workout, boom, glucose spike, right? But you utilize that in the gym. You use that glucose in the gym, and your body releases a lot of chemicals, right? When you're in the gym, simply put. And after the gym, you feel okay, because you've not been in for 90 minutes, you've had your big meal beforehand, and you've utilized it into the gym. Then you can leave the gym and you can go to work, or you can go back home, and you're fucking pumped up, you've got energy. And the one thing that I forgot that I was about to say is between 1 and 3 months, you need to listen to your own body. Take a few days to a week where you go lighter in your training sessions to let your central nervous system recover. I'm just off of like a 5-day break from weights and training all in, and I'm gonna go back today, and I'm feeling good, I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling energetic, okay? And my sleep's been brilliant. So that's what you need to do instead. The bodybuilders that are telling you to do X, Y, and Z, they do not understand your position. Now, they might have worked 9 to 5s previously, they might have worked in careers previously, but that was a while ago. They do understand to some degree, but they're not in the environment. They're not in the trenches with you, whereas I am. So if you're going to listen to anyone about being high energy in work, about building muscle, as you can see, building muscle outside of the gym, showing up, being a high performer, then it's fucking me. Now, I've helped dozens of men do the exact same, dozens. You can check my coaching Instagram, my actual company page, 2.0 Coaching. My regular Instagram is Tony MC Coaching, that's where I post most of my content. And if you want to work with me one-to-one, message me on WhatsApp 07835261491. We'll discuss your problems, and we'll discuss how I can help you get to where you want to be. So I hope this helped, guys. Have a good one.